a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And, of course, Wendell Carter. It's our first glimpse of him looking good in his new Bucks jersey.
And that trade is something that has just electrified this entire fan base, the players, the people working for the organization. They think it may be that piece of the puzzle necessary to finally get this team over the hump.
And the kind of game fans love to watch, Greg. Two offensive teams going head-to-head.
And the rules today favor offense, and that's why league-wide scoring continues to rise.
Kicks it out to James. The shot by George, wide open. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
I mean, the selfless attitude of James. I mean, if someone on his team has a clean look, I bet you he'll find it.
And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. It's a three-point game. James right side. Just 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. George with the ball. Guarded now by Clark. Morant scanning the floor. It's stolen by Carter. The drive by James. The Bucks getting another chance here. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by Jackson. It's tipped. Morant outside. Jackson with the screen. Morant drives in. And finished off by Morant.
Man, he takes off like a rocket. I mean, there's a suddenness to Morant's game that most athletes don't have.
Now here's James. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Outside Carter. Pass to LeBron. Beyond the arc. It doesn't go for him. And it's Memphis the other way. And Wendell Carter Jr., not the biggest center, Greg, listed at 6'10". In fact, most reports would have him pegged at 6'9".
And Carter Jr. plays like a 7-footer. Got that 7'4" wingspan and great head on his shoulders that levels the playing field with his height.
Holiday with the block.
An aggressive defender who pressures ball handlers. Nobody should be surprised to see Holiday sending shots away.
Now here is Holiday. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Morant. It's a three-point game. And it's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. LeBron with it. Pass to Bridges. James outside. Carter with it. A 3-ball. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Carter's got his second basket of the night.
When Carter Jr. is hitting this, it opens up everything else. I love seeing him getting it going.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Buck substitution, Andre Drummond.
So it's the Grizzlies now. They trail by 3. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I briefly spoke with Mike Budenholzer. I asked him about the task of slowing down Ja Morant. Coach said the one thing you can't account for with Morant is his explosiveness. Everything else you can plan for, but sometimes he'll just beat you. And Kevin, that's what they mean when they say good defense, better offense. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. And here's George for 3. The shot, no good. And it's Memphis the other way. Right side, Jackson. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And so it's Milwaukee now. Bridges attacking. The kick out to LeBron. Cans it from downtown.
I like how fast LeBron makes decisions. Reading the D ahead of time, rising and shooting with confidence.
Jackson with the screen. He takes it in. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Milwaukee on top, leading by 4. 5. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Oh, yeah, love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
Beal with it. Bridges covering. Clock at 6. Here's Culver. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
Oh, come on. Hall of Fame athleticism and ability. James has no problem throwing it down and stopping.
And this is year 1 of LeBron's 2-year, $85 million extension. And, Greg, that will take him through age 38.
And that will amount to $435 million in career earnings, the most all-time. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's got a few more years left in the tank after that.
Goes up, and Drummond throws it down.
Drummond, he's such a quick leaper. He's a force around the rim.
Beal deciding where to go with it. Pass to Tillman. Back to Beal. Over in the corner, Williams. Over George. And the foul called on Xavier Tillman. That is his first foul of the game.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
A little too aggressive. You appreciate the hustle, but you want to be smart about it.
Drummond. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Drummond's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Inside. Tillman's shot is good.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Dinwiddie outside. And the foul called on Xavier Tillman. That's foul number 2 for him.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play a little safe.
Timeout called the Bucks. When talking about Bradley Beal, Greg, we're not just talking about one of the league's elite shooters. We're talking about one of the league's elite scorers.
And if you don't hear Beal mentioned in the same breath as some other NBA superstars, you should. He's capable of putting up a 50-piece on any given night. This is no specialist. This is an absolute superstar.
There's the drive. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Bridges. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Three-pointer has been a major weapon for them in early stages. I mean, they'd be smart to keep moving and working on the perimeter.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his play on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. EA, thank you. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Holiday attacking. Allen's shot is off. 1:52 left in the second quarter. Now here's Morant for 3. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Milwaukee. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Oubre outside. Driving to the basket. And thinking about the energy that Oubre plays with, always very active on the floor.
And that's something that is always out there for him. Even if his shot is off, it's still a spark plug for this team. Something that endears you to your teammates.
And we all know that star players get a few more perks, but Greg, that can also stir up misgivings in a locker room when things aren't always equal.
Kevin, it's a great point, and coaches really have to be careful. If you're holding one player accountable and giving another a pass, that tends to lead to a fractured locker room.
Bridges outside. James up top. And hammers that one down right in the face of Jaren Jackson.
James is an experienced vet, someone who doesn't rush shots when the clock is up on him.
To the paint. The 3 from Morant. Milwaukee with the rebound.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
The kick out to Holiday. Drains the three-pointer. Holiday's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bucks.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
The Grizzlies with another miss.
You know what the kind of competitor he is? I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. LeBron's got 7 points for the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Morant. And the rejection by James.
Oh, what a swat by LeBron, working hard to be all over.
No good from outside. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Now Morant. And the rejection by LeBron. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Bucks passing it around. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Morant outside. Looking to end his cold spell and finished up by Morant.
When Morant explodes toward the basket, you're toast. He loves penetrating the finisher.
On the wing, James. Double team on Holiday. Pass to James. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go home.
That's his first personal foul.
That's the big fella getting all worked up. He loves those throwdowns.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
There's Jackson with the three. Bridges with the board.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And that one, good. And that's 10 points for Wendell Carter.
It's all about getting comfortable taking these shots. Carter Jr., great job hitting from mid-range.
Morant outside. From past the arc. That one doesn't drop. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
And Wendell Carter, the big man out of Duke, he's done a good job improving his distribution.
Yeah, Greg, I mean, not a playmaker by any means, but he's learned to pass well inside. I mean, he can create a lot of chances for his teammates.
Morant with it. George picks him up. Back to Morant. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Taken away by Holiday.
Playing the little cornerback there. Anticipates the pass. Jumps the route.
A fantastic two-way player. Sometimes Holiday's best offense is what he creates through his defense.
Morant outside. Pass to Melton. Back to Morant. Shot clock at 5. And finished up by Morant.
Man, he's got some hops. Morant loves to attack the rim when he gets the chance. Any chance.
Carter outside. Back to James. From deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Memphis. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Down low. Nifty move. And the rejection by Jackson. Clark inside. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. A second chance effort, and the layup is up and in.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Outside Carter. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
Here's Morant. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
Are you for real? Morant, way up. That move is fire.
Tipped away. And Clark has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. And stolen by James. It's George on the wing. And here is Bridges. And he makes good on his first shot of the game.
Nice awareness from George. He just reads the D and makes a clever pass to an open teammate.
Now here's Morant for 3. Offensive rebound. Clark outside. Back to Jackson. Paul George with the steal. Shot and game clock separated by 5. LeBron outside. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that mistake.
And stolen by Drummond. Here's Dinwiddie. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Milwaukee, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And so it's Milwaukee with it. With the drive. Here's Oubre. And finished off by Oubre.
Terror when he goes hard like this. Oubre exploding towards the basket.
Drummond a screen. Now here's Oubre. Pass to Bembry. The three. Good on the three-point shot. Bembry's got himself on the board with three there. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, they played a heads-up brand of basketball this entire game, and they've got the skills to prove it.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
5 on the clock. The 15-footer. Here's Beal. The kick out to Williams. Good, and Beal picking up the assist.
His passing has evolved over the course of Beal's career. I mean, he's a solid distributor. Now, we expect him to make those type of plays all game.
Dinwiddie outside. Here's Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other five in the league.
Pass to Allen. And the NBA introducing new measures to discourage fan misconduct. Greater security and pursuing legal action, Chris, when that line is crossed.
Yeah, Kevin. We're living in interesting times, my friend. People may need to blow off steam, but I'll tell you this, the players are here to entertain, but not as punching bags.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Oubre outside. To the middle. Kicks it out to Allen. Back to Drummond. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Fires from 14. Allen's shot is off.
Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
Pass to Culver. And the call will go against Grayson Allen. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. First team foul. And for the Bucks.
Outside, Beal. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Coach trusts LeBron to do big numbers, but it must be nice to see him improve like this.
Here's Beal. Drains the 19-footer.
Don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Carter inside the three-point line. Off the mark, only his second miss in 7 attempts. Outside, Beal. They set the pick. Pass to Williams. For the three. Bridges with the board. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bucks.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Pass to Williams. From deep. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Personal foul. Second team.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
He's off on the second.
Taking 3 shots.
And he nails the third.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
LeBron with it. Williams picks him up. George looking around. Pass to James. Carter with the screen. Pulls up. High post. Misses off the right iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Connects from three-point range.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
Here's James. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled.
Showed them to the night behind my back. One thing about that karma, she coming back. If you keep close nowadays.